guys, so welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. This video is a Q&A video, which I thought would be really interesting. I put a story on my Instagram with a little box for you guys to put any questions in that you had for me. I was really excited by the response that I got from you guys. Lots of actually really interesting questions that I wasn't expecting. Nothing bad, which is good. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Thank you to everyone who asked me questions. I'm always open to answering questions anyway, so if there's something in this video that maybe generates a question, you want to know something more about it, always feel free to slide into my DMs and ask questions, or I usually put little boxes for you to ask me questions on my stories anyway, so feel free whenever. Also, I'm really sorry about the shadow here. My boyfriend is not going to be happy with me for it, but my tripod is a little bit broken, so you're currently bounced on a fence, so I can't really avoid the line. Please love me. I was trying to get some good sunlight for the video and maybe try and film something outside of my bedroom, so here we are. So let's get straight into it. So the first question I got was, what or who inspires me? And this is a really interesting question. I don't have like a specific person or thing, I suppose. I've always been the kind of person who's uber competitive and really enjoyed my sport and been really committed to anything that I decide to do. So I've always just had that determination and that want to be the best that I can at whatever it is I apply myself to, generally apart from exams. That has to be said, but I think that's quite normal. So I would say, funnily enough, the person who asked me this question, I'm going to answer you now. My cousin Nicola, who asked me this question, has been to 2 Olympics for GB hockey. We've always, as a family, been so proud of her. She's worked really hard, she trained really hard and to get where she is, and she every day just does so many amazing things. So I would definitely say that's inspirational, because she was the type of person who is quite similar to me like that, in that she was committed and she knew what she wanted and she went out and got it. So I would say, to a degree, Nicola, that you do inspire me, and as you always have, you show that it's possible and that if you set your mind to something that it can be done. But other than that, you know, there's obviously always the greats. But I'm not the type of person, I wouldn't say, who aspires to be like anyone else. I always aspire to do things my way and be the best person that I can be, regardless of what that means relative to others. I think that's generally how I am. So I would say that I just have this need to not fail and to not be crap at something, because it's my favourite thing to do and I want to be the best that I can at it. So that always just makes me strive to be better and to train harder and to learn more and to keep exploring and to push myself, because I want to be the best that I can be at it. So that's, generally, I think, what it boils down to. So next I've got, do I have an ultimate goal in life, whether it's with Lilia or as a career? I would really like, obviously, to be able to do this professionally and do this all day, every day. Riding has been my passion for a very long time, and it still is, absolutely. So I think my goal would be to make this a viable business, and to be able to have this as my life would definitely be up there, and along with being able to compete at the top events, badmintons, Burleys, Olympics, World Games, you know, be on the teams, would definitely be a professional goal, I would say. But yeah, like I was just saying before, my main thing is just to be the best that I can be at what it is that I commit myself to. So, you know, if for whatever reason me being the best rider that I can isn't good enough, then, you know, I might have to do something else. But I try not to really have the mentality of having a plan B. I'm not really that type. I always sort of feel like you have a plan A and that's what you commit to, and you have to never have a plan B, because then you can't 100% commit to plan plan A, because you're always thinking, oh, I've got a backup just in case. So I know what I want, what I'd like to do, which is to just do this all day, every day, and to be able to ride my horses and compete them at the highest levels. So my aim is just to do that, and I will figure out whatever way I need to do in order to do that. If that doesn't work out, which I really hope it does, then I will cross that bridge when I get there. But for now. It's just to be the best that I can be, and hope that it's good enough. That's pretty much it. It's a bit deep, but we move. I suppose the side question, part B to that question, would be my goal with Lily. My goal with Lily is just to take her to the whatever level I think she's most capable of. I think she could go very far, up to 4-star, maybe 5-star. I obviously haven't competed at that level personally yet, so I can't say, oh, I think she's a 5-star horse or whatever, because I haven't sat on one yet necessarily. So I'm not 100% sure, but my aim always is to think that I just want to get the best out of her as much as I can. So I will keep training and keep striving to be the best, and always keep working and pushing hard and testing our limits a bit, and we'll see where that gets us. If it gets to 3-star, 4-star, I think that would be definitely an attainable goal, based on the fact that she's, nice mover, good jumper, she's brave and enjoys cross country and things like that. So I think that would be my realistic goal, but there's always a part of me that thinks I'd like to do my first badminton on her, so we shall see. So the next question I got is the most challenging aspect. What's the most challenging aspect of working with horses? And this I find difficult. I would probably say, because I'm quite an impatient person, that the bit that I personally find difficult is that I can have really good days where I'm like, oh my god, this was just absolutely class. It went, the session went exactly as I would have liked it to. We really felt connected, and that the work that we have been putting in over the last couple of weeks, months, years, whatever, has really come together, and that I feel like we're making progress, and that the consistency is starting to pay off. And then that I can come in the next day and it's crap, and it was just like I'd gone rewound weeks, months, years back to how it was before and how I no longer wanted it to be. And I'm like, oh, but it was so good the other day, and I know you can do it, and I know that we can do it, and I know that I can do a better job. But today, all of that just looks like it never happened. And that's the bit I personally find the most difficult, because I hate that I know that I can do better, and I know that we can do better as a pair, and that some days that doesn't pull off. And I think that's obviously a very normal thing to happen, but it's really, really demotivating, and it's really difficult to cope with, because it can really, really set you back and make you just feel like absolute crap some days. And it's difficult not being able, when some days you don't perform at your best or as well as you could do for no apparent reason whatsoever, and that's really, really hard. But it's very normal. It happens to the best of us, happens to all of us at points. Sometimes it happens at really important times, and sometimes it happens at maybe not so much, but it's always really tough. And there's some of the things that I probably find the hardest to come back from, or to keep going from. So yeah, I would probably say that's what it is. Another deep one from me, I'm sorry about that. Here's a nice one. Show jumping or dressage? 1,000,000% show jumping. I don't dislike dressage as much as I used to, I have to say. I really enjoy it, and I've always known that it's got an important purpose, and the basics of it, the basis of it, has never bothered me. I know it has its place, and I totally understand its purpose, and I have learnt now how to use it to help me in other areas like my show jumping and my cross country. And I've learned to enjoy it. As you start to do some more advanced stuff, it can get quite fun, and it's really nice to see progress in it. So for that reason I do enjoy it, but the show jumping is just so much more fun. I've always loved jumping. It's the best part. I love the adrenaline, and I love the show jumping on the last day, when you come out of the arena. And Lily's the type of horse you just want to be on the last day. She's just a class show jumper, so I absolutely adore show jumping on her. But I will say there's something really nice about doing a really good dressage test and feeling really like you absolutely nailed it. That is definitely a different type of feeling, but it's got to be show jumping for sure. What advice would I have given myself when I first started riding? Would say one of my biggest regrets is that I didn't start competing when I was younger at eventing, or even like at a proper level. So I probably would have said, if I went back to, started riding when I was very, very young, but I had my own pony at 11, so let's go back to 11-year-old Caitlin. And I would say go out and compete, get straight into eventing, get a good coach, and just go out and just crack on with it. I don't hate how it's ended up being, and I found my path in the end, and I found my way, and I'm on the right track now. So to a degree, part of me would say keep doing what you're doing, and just because I just used to do it because I just enjoyed it, and part of that is what makes it so much fun now, and part of that is what makes me value what I have now so much more. And if I hadn't gone the way I did, I would have missed out on a lot of life experiences. So I might say, you know, how I did do it in the end was the right thing, and it's put me where I am now today, so I don't hate it. But yeah, one of my biggest regrets is not being able to do like under 18s and competing as a young rider, and just getting much more miles under my belt, so that where I am now I could be so much more advanced. But equally, it would have probably taken me down a very different route. I'd be a different person in a different place with different people, and probably wouldn't have my Lily. So part of me would say don't change anything, just do what you're going to do, and you'll find yourself where you want to be. But I'd say that if I had to say something that I'd change, would be start competing ASAP and just get stuck right in it, because you love to compete and it's the most fun part. So yeah, that might have been it probably. And then the last one that I have is, do I keep Lilia at Harry's? So yes, I do. She's here with me because I'm a working pupil. As part of our contract and being here, we get to have a horse here. So I brought Lily with me when I joined in September last year. It's really lovely to have her here. She gets all the same treatment as all the other horses that Harry has, so that's really, really nice for us. And it's really good it's already been so beneficial for her, and it's really good for me because it means that we get coaching and support from Harry when we need it, and get to, you know, ride through his exercises that he's doing with his horses, and yeah, be a part of everything that's going on here from all kind of aspects. So yeah, it's been lovely to have to have Lily here with me at Harry's. I wouldn't have it any other way, definitely not. So yeah, so there's all the questions I have time for today. I hope to keep this video as a slightly shorter one, as I do have a tendency to upload close to the half an hour mark. So hopefully this will be a nice short one for you guys that you'll enjoy, that might add a little bit of insight to me and to Lily and our aims for the future. We've got lots of really, really exciting things in the works that hopefully I'll be able to speak with you guys about in a couple of weeks. Thank you to everyone who wrote me questions. If you've got any questions from this video, you can comment them down below, or you can send them straight into my DMs, or yeah, any of the above. You're always welcome. I'm always happy to answer any questions. If you've got anything that you want me to answer, talk about, I'm a pretty open book type of person, so feel free to ask me anything. Thank you all for watching. It's I probably don't say it well enough, but it's really, really nice to know that people support me, you know, subscribers and people who like my videos, people who watch my videos. It makes me really, really, really happy. It absolutely makes my day when there's lovely comments and subscribers go up and things like that, because it just shows that people support me and share my vision and enjoy being part of the journey. I'm going to keep trying to put out more content for you guys and keep you entertained. I hope you're all keeping really well. Thank you all for following the journey. Thank you all for watching, subscribing, liking the videos, commenting, asking me questions. It's really nice to interact with you guys. I love having a chat, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.